Anybody on yet? No. Is the music too loud? Okay. We have one viewer, yay. 2. Oh. Yours is slow. Hey guys. We're going to wait and let a few more people hop on before we do the video. I actually get to sit in this one today. I'm excited. I don't have to stand and be awkward. 24 people. All right. So Erica coming to you live from Stitch in Heaven here in Quitman, Texas. Beautiful outside. I'm stuck inside, but I get to quilt. I get to show you guys our new baby today. So I'm kind of excited about that. This is the Q20 on the foldable adjustable table. We kind of did a sneak peek. We did an unboxing of this one. Hi, Dana. How are you? We did an unboxing of this machine when it came in. Very super easy to set up. It is on sale right now for $10,999. I have sold one since we got this on the floor, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? And I've got a couple more people interested in them too. So they're going a lot faster than we thought they would. And as usual, this time of year, we're kind of running into supply issues. So if you do want one, thank you, Kathy, I do too. If you do want one, give us a call. We can take a down payment on it. We should have some more coming in by the end of the year, but we'll definitely check on it. That down payment helps. It puts you in line. It gets your name on your machine when it does come in. Just a quick teaser on the special edition machines. You can't see them in frame right now. I want to point at them, but they're not here. I have 2 machines in boxes ready to go to new homes in the back. I've got one going out the door Friday, 2 more available, and I think that leaves us with 5 or 6 left out of our total shipment that we're getting. So another hot item that's flying off the shelf. So if you guys want to get those 2, jump on them. 0% interest, 48 months. So easy, low monthly payments, even on the Q20 sit down. So we can definitely make it affordable and easy for you to get your Christmas wish fulfilled. All right, so let's jump in here. Do not judge me. I'm not a quilter. I've been playing with this machine a little bit, and that being said, I'm not a quilter, and it is very easy to learn on. I have a 740 that I piece on, and I've toyed with the idea of machine quilting, but honestly, it kind of scares me not having space and because I've never done it. So when this came in and marketing said, we need to film a video on it, I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I can push buttons on the Q24 on frame. That's easy. This scares me. But I've been playing with it, and it's been really easy. All of my little toys that I have set out here, these are the Bernina machine quilting rulers. So you've got kind of a squiggle there, a little tight squiggle. You've got straight lines. All of these items are sold in a complete set. So this is the ruler kit for sit-down models. You get 5 different rulers in there. And this retails for $149.99. I do have these in stock. You can pick them up. They can be used on regular machines too. Just as an example, my samples aren't this big, so I'll show you what I did earlier just playing around. You can see the stitch quality on this is just beautiful. So both of these sections, the top and the bottom, were done using this ruler. So I just kind of moved it around. I made squiggly lines. I didn't really have a pattern in mind. And then I just flipped it over and did this top part with this one. So all kinds of creativity there. Do what you want to do on that. These machines, at first I had a hard time figuring this out because I'm used to my sewing machine where I've got buttons and anything I want to do, it's on there. It tells me how to do it. And I've been playing on the Q24 long arm, which is a little bit different in the way that you start your project. So I had to learn on this one. But we're going to start by heel kicking on our foot controller. So when you heel kick on this machine, you can program it to do different things. Your foot controller looks just like your domestic sewing machine controller, plugs in on the bottom of the machine, it's out of the way. So when you heel kick, it'll bring your needle up and down. It's going to bring your bobbin thread up. I'm not going to do this with the gloves right now. If y'all have any questions while we're going, go ahead and throw them out. I will look up every now and then, or Caroline will tell me I have a question. All right, so I'm going to heel kick again. It's going to give me another stitch. We'll do a secure stitch. Now I'm ready to quilt. So this machine has two modes for the BSR, BSR1 and BSR2, just like your domestics. BSR1 is going to stop your needle when you pause. So it's going to give you kind of a sharper edge, sharper corner. BSR2, your needle is going to keep going up and down when you pause. So it'll give you rounded corners. So I'm getting my machingers on here because I learned they do make a difference and they do make it easier. They've got little grippies on the fingers. You can wear them either way. And I'm going to get ready to go. So first I'm just going to do meandering, I guess stippling. Again, I don't do this. I don't have good technique. I know that. Don't judge me. I'm just showing you how easy the machine is to work. So my foot is all the way down on the pedal. BSR mode 1 is on. So you saw that needle take the first hit. Now it's waiting. Once I start moving the fabric, it's going to go. Now if I pause, whoop, I was moving my fabric so it kept going there. Pause, it's going to stop. If I flip over to BSR2, now when I go, when I pause, that needle's going to keep moving up and down. There's also BSR3, which is your basting mode. So you can do 1, 2, or 4 inches per stitch. And then you have manual mode. So in manual mode, I'm going to go, as long as I'm staying the same speed, my stitches are the same length. If I start speeding up, my stitches get bigger. If I slow down, they get smaller. I know y'all can't see this right now, but I'll hold it up for you when we're done. We'll flip back to BSR mode. On these machines, you can also set the speed. So looking at my screen, I can set my stitches per inch. I can go all the way down to 1 stitch per inch or up to 24 stitches per inch. So you can control how long your stitches are. I'm set at 10 right now. Speed, you can go as slow as 100 stitches per minute, all the way up to 1,000 stitches per minute. I think we should give a little try at 1,000 and see what happens. I was at 250 before. Okay, so you can see how quickly I was moving that. My BSR did not yell at me. It never turned red once. Those of you that are speed demons and get speeding tickets, you know that BSR is going to flash red at you. It's going to beep and tell you you're going too fast. It didn't do it once during that. Kimmy, I just got the baby lock jazz. Wish I would have waited, and no judging here. Thank you. Thank you for no judging. We do take trade-ins. So if it is something that you're thinking about, go ahead and talk to us. I know sometimes you get into these long arm machines, they're hard to bring in. We can start out taking pictures. If it's something that you're close enough and we have to send our tech to your house, we can do that. We definitely work with you and try to get a deal put together. Any other questions yet? No, not yet. Thank you, Dana. You have to come play on this when you come for your class in January. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I am going to finish this and then I'll do a little bit of, actually I'm going to leave these on. I'll just go straight into the ruler work from here. So these rulers, we actually use these during class on our Q24 long arm training. Oh, you're in Michigan? Okay. Maybe we can figure something out. We'll see. So when you're working with these rulers, we'll go with the straight line first. So this is your straight line ruler. You guys can see it has a lot of little lines on here. So you can use those as your guides. The other one we had some measurements on it too. This one doesn't have any measurements. So straight lines, you can do angles, corners, or you can do scallops if you're going through, deal, cool Dana. If you're going through little blocks and you just want to do little scallops on the inside of the block, you can use that under the ruler for that. So we have the number 96 foot on this machine. So it has a 1/4 inch lip. It'll ride right along your 1/4 inch rulers. You don't want to use an 1/8 inch ruler on this. It will hop over it. You'll end up breaking your needle. You'll end up with a mess. So a lot of times what I recommend too is getting the little grippies or skateboard tape or something to go on the back of your ruler so it doesn't slide around on your fabric. I just started using the gloves and I've actually had pretty good success with that too. So we'll go ahead and just do a straight line right here. And then let's say I want to make a box. So I'm going to flip my ruler I'm going the wrong direction. Well, I haven't had lunch yet either, so you're getting a real treat today. And on this one, my ruler kind of slid because my hand's not on the fabric, so it kind of moved around a little bit. Which again is where that tape or those sticky nubs will help with that. Okay, so now I have a square. I don't know if y'all can really see that in the shot. Hi, Dad. I want this for Christmas, by the way. Okay, so now if I want to do straight lines, I'm going to come down a little bit and then I'll move my ruler. And it's really easy to see your start and stop points, but you can also add a needlepoint laser to this machine. So you're seeing exactly where your thread is coming out. You know where your needle's going to hit. You can line everything up perfectly. And this was one of the exercises we learned when working on the long arm on the frame. Okay, so now I've got these guidelines set up. I could use the lines on this ruler and I can line those up and then run my foot right along there, and it's going to give me perfect exact lines every time I move. So that's enough of that one. Let's get into some fun stuff. This ruler, I kind of look at it as a boot. Again, it's going to do scallops. It's going to do little squigglies, all kinds of cool things you can do on that. We just like boots here in Texas, so I call it the boot. A lot of these have little guide markings on them, so this has a crosshair kind of right in the middle. So you can use that to line up on your pattern and move it around. If you're doing certain segments that you want to move around, it's really, really easy to use these for that. So let's say I want to move my ruler and create kind of a squiggle pattern. I can do that. I can come over halfway through. Go right back over that way. All kinds of fun stuff you can do on here. So if you're doing a scallop, I'm actually going to move this over. I'm just destroying my sample. Don't mind me. So you can see how easy I came off the ruler there. That's where you're having your grips holding onto that fabric would really help. Okay, so this one, I'm actually going to finish here. So as Miss Sandra taught me, I'm going to swoosh my fabric. Go back. This is where your needlepoint laser comes in handy. I'm going to heel kick my pedal. It's going to bring up my bobbin thread. Grab that thread. We're going to do a securing stitch. I'll do a couple of stitches in there. And then I'm going to cut. And I want to give myself enough of a tail so when that thread pops back, it's not going to unthread my needle. So you can see my beautiful work there. Not that beautiful. One of my favorite rulers in this kit creates kind of a spirograph look. Anybody have a spirograph when they were a kid? I know I did. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so first off, I'm going to take these off just because they annoy me for this kind of stuff. I'm going to grab enough of a thread tail on there. We'll start off kind of in the middle. Heel kick to bring up my bobbin thread. And I'm going to floss that thread through. Grab my bobbin. Heel kick again to start that. So then with these, you've got an opening here on top, so you can slide that right onto your foot. Yep. Yeah, what kind of patterns do you guys like to do with this kind of stuff, if any of you are machine quilters already? If you're not novices like me. So these have varying size circles in them. So we're going to start with the smallest one. And this also comes in an oval shape in this kit. So you can make some pretty cool designs there. So I'm just going around in a circle and coming back to center. Hi, Milo from the UK. Wow. Then I'm going to move my ruler up. And again, there are crosshairs on this. I'll hold it up when I'm done and show you. So you can line up your crosshairs with your needle so you're dead center each time. Okay, so my first circle is done. And I should have cut my tails before I started, but I'll get back to it. Mary, I'm definitely a novice. I have a domestic machine. How do you use the rulers on a domestic machine? Okay, so it would be the same way. You just have a smaller space to work with. We also sell the super slider, so you can put that on your domestic machine on the table. I'm assuming you have a Bernina, because everybody should have a Bernina. You put that on your table. It covers everything but the hole where the needle's going to go. So your feed dogs are covered. You can slide your fabric around. Your seams won't get stuck on that stitch plate. I know sometimes that's a complaint. Pretty much the same process. I have customers that have bought these ruler kits and these gloves, and they machine quilt on their 770s. I even have one that machine quilts on her 5 series. So it's actually doable. To help you with this, yes, Milo, it's very impressive. I love this one. Bernina actually has a new book out called The Big Book of Machine Quilting. I've had, I think, 10 on order, and we keep hearing they're coming in any day now. So if you want to order yours, we can do a special order. So when they do hit, it's yours, it's here, it's waiting for you, or we can ship it to you. I haven't had a chance to look at the book because we haven't received them yet, but I have heard that there's a lot of great instructional material inside of it. If you have the Big Book of Embroidery or the Big Book of Feet, it's set up the exact same way. So I know those have been really helpful for me as a new sewist and a new quilter and new to this world of Bernina and machines. So lots of great information in those. Dana with your 770. Go ahead and brag, Dana. You have a Tula. Everybody's going to be jealous of you. Okay, so I finished my first circle. So I'm going to take that small one out. The key in the top of this rotates around in 4 directions, and it has numbers on it that match your circles. So you know exactly where you're going next. Took out the first one. So now we're going to move to the second circle. And again, I'm going to line up my center point on my crosshairs. I'm going to slide it up to the center point again. Move it over to the center. And move it back over. All right, so that one's done. I'm going to take out that circle. Change my key over. Oop. All right, third one is done. Emily wants one for Christmas. Me first. Well, I'm almost done with this, and I'll show you the finished product. And remember, I said no judging. Susan, you have a 450. Two baby locks and two Juki industrials. Pam, you want to trade one in? I've got two baby locks. I've got two used baby locks for sale. And we take trade-ins. We'll sell you a Bernina. I love it. Need a Bernina domestic machine for quilting and sewing. Yes, you do, Mary. So it's been kind of hard to get some machines in. Okay, I messed up on that one. I can't talk and sew. And we're done. So I'm going to slide my template out, do a securing stitch, grab my thread. Got my bobbin thread up. We have a question. Top and bottom. We've got what they sent with the machines. This is a Metler 100% cotton. It says number 50. I'm not sure if that's a 50 weight. That's a good question. I'll have to check on that. Sue, you have a 770 and you love it. Q20 is nifty. I already have the baby lock version. Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to take the gloves off and we'll cut my thread. And I have a mess of thread here since I didn't cut my tail in the beginning, so bear with me. If Miss Sandra's watching, she's going to come up and slap my hands. All right, so I had a little mess up here, but you see that Spirograph design that created? How pretty would that be in a block? So the other set, I'm late getting here. Do you sell those templates? Yes, Pam, we do. So these templates are all in one set together. We sell them for $149.99. And you can get all 5 together. I'll try to hold these up. Some of them are kind of hard. So what I did with this was the circle template. And that's this little set here. Try to hold those up. And then there's a key that goes in the top to complete your circle. And then there's the boot, as I call it, for your scalloped edges. We have squigglies. I kind of like the squigglies. They add movement to the quilt. I actually have a Patriotic Scrap Crazy I just finished piecing, and I'm thinking about doing something like this top squiggle on that. And then, in addition to the round templates, we have, I have this backwards, sorry. Those are the ovals. So they work the same way as the circles I just did. And then you get the straight edge with your angle or your scalloped edge on here as well. So 5 different things. It's $149.99, $149.99 for that set. We do have those in stock. They're ready to go. We also sell other brands. Creative Grids has some quilting rulers out there on the market. We've got a bunch of those. Don't lose your pieces. Hard to replace those. They're very easy to work with. Like I said, the gloves really do help. I've been practicing on this without the gloves, and I could do it, but it wasn't as good. My finished product wasn't as good. Any other questions for me? All right, and then this machine, like I said, this is the Q20. It also comes in a 16-inch that will fit on the table. All you're losing there is about 4 inches of throat space. So your table is going to be the same size. It's the exact same table. It just fits into a channel. One that I sold Saturday, the Q20, the lady brought up a really good point. Are we frozen? I don't know if y'all can still see and hear me. I'm going to keep talking. She was looking at potentially adding more quilting machines to her sewing room down the line or upgrading to a long arm on frame. So with the Q20, it can go in a sit-down table or it can go on the frame. So if you have goals to grow, if you're going to be opening a business, if you're moving into this You know, if you have friends that want to quilt with you and you eventually want multiple machines in your room, go with the Q20. You can always add it onto the frame. You can get another table later and put a 16 in that. If you know you're only ever going to do small quilts, lap size quilts, you know, baby quilts, and you only ever want a table, definitely you can do the Q16 on this table. Right now they are on sale, part of the Dream It Sew It Studio happening, and we have the 0% financing. So low payments. It's very easy to get into these. Biggest thing that I hear when customers come in and they look at the long arms, they're like, I could never afford that. That's a car payment. That thing fully loaded out, yes, you're looking at about $50,000, but it's very, very easy to get into long arm quilting, machine quilting on a table. They're very affordable. Like I said, the 16 starts at $74.99 and the 20 starts at $10,999, depending on what table you're looking at. We do have different options on that too. So any other questions? I see comments going all over the place. Hi, Laura. All right, thank you guys. We have this set up on display. You can come in and play with it. Please wait for somebody to help you. Don't just jump on and go crazy with it. There's a big investment in these, but feel free to give us a call. My number is 903-850-0207. Reach out to me if you have any questions or you want to set an appointment to come look at one, or if you want yours, I will be happy to get you one. Thank you guys. Happy sewing.